Good afternoon from the National Service of the Liberia Broadcasting System. Welcome to Newsline, 30 minutes of the most compelling news in Liberia and the rest of the world. It's Friday, August 25, 2023. Presenting this afternoon, my name is Emmanuel Colley. Big stories stopping this afternoon's presentation. President George Weah resumes campaign in Western Liberia after mourning death of supporters. Former Chief Justice Helen Ray Kopo dies in Monrovia following illness. Liberia Immigration Service assures start Ebola surveillance ahead of October's elections. And away from Liberia, United Nations sanctions says Congolese and Iranian officials for role in ongoing conflict in DR Congo. The details of these and other interesting developments are all embedded in this production, but first, Samson David and the news bulletin.
A CDC campaign team led by Eastern Liberia President George Weah is continuing political rallies with citizens of Suameka district in Bombing County after a break for the deaths of 3 CDC supporters. The rally is in continuation of day 2 of campaign activities, halted due to the tragic passing of 2 CDC supporters Tuesday. The president and entourage are heading for similar event in Bapulu County. As part of the CDC victory team's itinerary, the Liberian leader will interact with a cross-section of citizens in Bere, Bokomo, and Geolada administrative districts on Saturday. Former Chief Justice Councilor Henry Reed Cooper is dead. The fallen former Chief Justice died at the JFK Medical Center in Cinco following a protracted illness. His dedication to public service extended to his tenure as Chief Justice during the transitional administration of Julie Bryant and from 2003 to 2005. The late Councilor Cooper's career was marked by significant contributions to the country's legal system. Liberia Immigration Service (LIA) has assured citizens tax security surveillance ahead of the October 10 presidential and legislative elections. LIA's Public Relations Officer Ibrahim Dole said the entity has already trained 240 immigration officers and are expected to be deployed across the country. Mr. Dole told ELBC recently that officers were drilled through election security, integrated borders management, and ECOWAS protocol-free movement, amongst others.
This training was intended to give our officers broader knowledge on the basic formality of immigration and to also bring them on par with our counterparts in the region.
According to him, the training was intended to widen the LIS officers' understanding on several basic immigration procedures to compete with their counterparts in the region. Meanwhile, Mr. Dolly has warned aliens against crossing over to Liberia during electioneering period or risk the consequences of the law. Police in Maryland County are investigating the 39-year-old man for allegedly raping and impregnating a 16-year-old girl in Harper, Maryland County. Suspect Sylvester Weiser is a health care worker at a J.J. Dawson Hospital in the county. Our correspondent said the suspect reportedly carried out the act some time ago but was brought to book when patients or parents of the victim discovered that she was impregnated. Health authorities at the hospital confirmed that the victim is 3 months pregnant. And citizens of Grant and Kidmont County have concluded a one-day consultation on the Bee Mountain new mineral development agreement in Golakon District. The consultation is intended to solicit the input of citizens of the county before the revision and passage of the Bee Mountain new mineral development by the legislature. The process was organized by Grant and Kidmont County Senator Simeon Taylor ahead of the passage of the document. Our correspondent called citizens of the county as proposing for the legislature to take social development fund from $200,000 to $1 million United States dollars. The citizens recommended that the social corporate benefits go to the entire county instead of the only affected communities and called on them to amend such clause in the MDA. It's back to you, Emmanuel Colley, for the continuation of Newsline.
That's Samson David and the News Bulletin. You're listening to Newsline on ELBC Radio. One of the top stories, former Chief Justice Heron Ray Cooper dies in Monrovia following illness. As you may have heard in the news, President George Weah is continuing his campaign trail in Western Liberia. He followed 2 days of mourning by the CDC after the deaths of young supporters and other Liberians along the Monrovia-Gbanga Highway recently. The Weah Tiller 2023 national campaign spokesman Kanyo Bagbala has been explaining more to Melvin Stewart on the Super